Now, our next guests have gained huge acclaim for their hospital comedy Getting On. The NHS has never been so funny. You'll love it. Sister Den Flickster and Dr Pippa Moore are back on Ward B4 tonight for a second series. Actors and writers Joanna, Scanlon and Vicki Pepperdine join me in just a moment. But if you've missed it, have a look. You'll love it. I just love it. Joanna and Vicki join me now. Good to see both of you. It's great because you're taking the mickey out of something that all of us feel a bit uncomfortable about. Nobody likes to think the NHS is anything other than robotically efficient, do we?
That's true.
Yeah, it is robotically efficient, though, isn't it? I mean, most people have a fantastic experience of the NHS. I mean, that's, you know, for every one of the stories that something has gone wrong, there are hundreds and thousands of stories of where things have gone right for people every single day. But there's also a lot of funny things that are going on within any hospital because
there's humans involved, isn't there? There's people involved,
and bodily fluids, and that's quite funny.
We all love a bodily function, Jo.
Yeah, we
do. Love that. Yeah. And you write a lot of your material as well, don't you? Do you write it with Jo Brand? Is that how it works?
Yes, we do. I mean, the three of us sort of sit down together and thrash out ideas. Obviously, Jo Brand worked in the health service. She was a psychiatric nurse, but she's got lots of stories and lots of ideas, and we sit down and thrash those out. And put together a set of options, and then we write those out, and then finally we go on set and improvise quite a bit of it as well.
We do a lot of research as well.
Yeah.
We try to talk to people who are working in the NHS today. I mean, nurses, doctors, we've got little moles here and there who can help us with, you know, specific things that are going on right now. And, of course, there's just ordinary people's lives. And if you go to a party or if you meet somebody or dredging from the back of one's own memory of being a patient, there's loads and loads of material. I mean, it's endless, actually.
Yeah.
Do you find yourself looking for material everywhere? I was going to ask you about if you fancied doing something about, you know, an iconic breakfast show, for instance, presented by a Scottish presenter. What would you do? What would you make of it there? Not this week, of course. It's me, so I can have fun with it. But what would you do if you were doing something like that? How does the process work?
Well, I think what we love to do is something that we call hot seating, which sounds a bit kind of pretentious and weird, but basically all it is creating a character through your own imagination. So when we created Den Flickster, Pippa Moore and Nurse Kim Wilde, we sat in it, one of us would sit in a chair and the other two would fire questions at them. So, you know, silly things like what's your favourite colour, what do you like to eat, down to things like have you got kids, are you married? So you create a sort of big backstory.
Clever.
Which is great.
Totally blank page. So you just sit down and say, who are you, what's your name?
Yeah.
Right.
And, like, stuff just starts coming out.
Yeah.
And you might, if it was a TV presenter, you might ask, how much do you drink? You know,
where'd you buy your shoes? Things like that.
And they'll tell you all the answers, so you can ask if they've had plastic surgery, and they have to tell you the truth. I mean, that's the one thing you've got to say. It's the
Brilliant.
truth. Yeah.
Brilliant. It sounds like a fascinating... I think you might have hit the nail on the head already, actually. Very, very clever. So what sort of reaction have you had from the medical profession?
Pretty good, actually. Yeah. We've had really lovely stuff from nurses. We've had stuff online from nurses saying how much they'd enjoyed it, and lots of really positive things. So
yeah, everybody's seeming to say that it reflects their experience, that's what it's like. I mean, what the show takes it's a shift, one shift each episode. And so it's, you know, you're getting warts and all. You've got a real kind of beginning, middle and end of a day. And people seem to, all doctors, nurses that we've spoken to or have emailed or texted or Twittered or whatever, all saying, that's what it's like. It's the same for me every day. And it's kind of very gratifying.
Yeah, and I guess you're hoping, I mean, it's already started to have it, that it'll have the same success as The Thick of It, because it's got a little bit of a vibration of that style, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm in the thick of it,
I know.
which is a...
which helps to make the connection.
Seen you before,
And, of course, we're directed by Peter Capaldi, who's also in the thick of it. He plays the amazingly sweary Malcolm Tucker in the thick of it. So
and you were nominated for a BAFTA, weren't you?
Yes, I was. Yes,
Very nice.
for Getting On. I mean, not for the thick of it. And against Rebecca Front, of course, from the thick of it. And Rebecca won on the night. And I was. You do, of course. You're sitting there thinking, I don't mind either way, you know. But a little bit of you would like to win.
Of course you would. You want to grab that.
Yeah, although at the same time you're thinking, if I did win, what's this going to mean? You know that it's a sort of Pandora's box of experiences to follow.
Yeah.
But when Rebecca won, that was amazing for me. because I'd been with her the whole time she was creating that character.
Yeah.
And she did such an incredible job of turning, you know, that minister, the first woman minister, on the thick of it and making it work. It was just...
Oh, it's
you know, it was really nice.
You're so generous. I almost believe you.
No,
I almost believe
swear to God, honestly.
Well, good luck with this. It's back. When is it on a screen tonight?
Tonight, 10 o'clock, BBC
10 o'clock, BBC 4. We'll
Yes.
look forward to it. Lovely to chat to you both.
And to you.
And
Thank
you,
you.
Kate.
Indeed.